Hello, Aquarius and Aquarius Rising. Welcome to your June 2016 reading. I hope that you're doing well, and I really hope that you were able to get through the retrograde cycle unscathed. I know it's never fun to go through those periods, but they are really important. It's the universe's way of giving us a nudge, a push, and getting us in the right direction. A reminder, we have solstice coming through this month, so for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, that summer energy will really help. And irrespective of where you live, the solstice is a great time because it's signaling a major change. So use that period, that energy around the 20th to change whatever you need to in your life. Now, even though I'm talking about change, one of the messages that came through for your sign was that of consistency. And this is your channeled information. And when I kind of look at the alternate meanings of consistency or consistent, it's about being dependable, predictable, and sometimes about being sort of able to reconcile things and keep them in sort of like a reliable form. So for you, what I would say prior to the solstice energy, which is going to shift everything, I'd like you to just focus on the status quo. And that's a little bit of a relief. It's not like you have to change anything major in your life. You just have to sort of make each day count and think, okay, I'm going to try to just get through, stay on top of things, and I don't have to do anything radical until maybe like the third week of the month, okay? So let's take a look and see what energy is coming through for you over June. Let me arrange everything and we'll see. Actually, I want to pull your Catalyst card as well. For those of you that follow me each month, you know that I like to look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. And I also pull in what I call a Catalyst card here at the beginning to help connect everything together. So that consistency, I really see it's, we have Vesta here. This is all about making your home feel safe, feel secure, and through that security, you're going to be able to manifest and do what you need in your life. So let's quickly look at the spread. Your center card is Six of Swords. You'll notice this is actually a beautiful Six of Swords. It's often about taking a trip. It's also about distance. So what I like about this one is the distance will bring you a greater perspective on your life. We see like a hot air balloon in this cool steampunk deck. What this is saying is when you take time away from something, it's going to allow you to see it from another view. Because if you're in the weeds, we're using all these sort of expressions, but they make sense. When you're sort of in the weeds of things, it's almost like having blinders on. And you're not able to see who's around you. You're not always able to see the situation as a whole. So if you could take a small day trip somewhere, a vacation, spend the night with friend or relative, do something to just sort of shift up your routine a little bit. And again, it might be easier after the 20th of the month to do this because it looks like you want to be consistent. You might be more of a homebody towards the beginning. But after the 20th, I'd love for you to think of taking some sort of a trip, a vacation, something to shift your energy and your perspective, more importantly. On top of this card, we have the King of Wands. And this is about feeling stronger in your convictions this month. There may also be a really strong air sign, and a very strong fire sign. So this could be an Aries, a Leo, or Sagittarius. Now, if that's the case, you may need a break from this person. But if it's your own energy, what I also see is the Six of Swords allowing you a chance to really understand what's important to you. Sometimes you might spend a lot of time providing for, taking care of, and empathizing with or for other people. And when you take a trip, your own thoughts sort of come back to you. You're not sort of like surrounded by the noise. It's almost like being in a circus or something like that. There's just noise everywhere, or a cafeteria. When you take a little bit of time, your thoughts reemerge, they bubble up, and then you realize what you need to do. Okay. In your deep past, I see the Five of Pentacles. So I wouldn't be surprised if many of you are stressing out a little bit over security, money, basically health and well-being. You can tell in this card, there's often relationships here with mothers and children. It can be stress over making sure that your children are provided for or that you're provided for. But it usually is not as bad as it seems, but it's not fun to go through. That's really what the Five of Pentacles is. I love this illustration because you can clearly see that there are alternatives. There's almost always a church or shelter behind the two key figures in this card. And what it's indicating is help is around the corner. You just have to know where to look, or you just have to ask. So that's my message for this card. Money situations, again, it looks like you are getting a better handle on the situation. There may have been either unexpected costs that came through, or you're not as happy with what you have as you wish you could be. But what's necessary here, as we see the Empress card reversed, is to just own what you need to responsibility-wise on this and just start to change it. Because the Empress, as you see with this illustration, she has the power to conjure up what she needs. But it will take some time. So just be patient. I do see opportunities coming around for you. Eight of Cups is a great card to have here in the near future. Eight of Cups is showing me that things are starting to even out a little bit for you. You have a lot of opportunities that you've probably been looking at over the past year. Like a lot of things have been vying for your attention. I see you getting closer to a point where you're sort of satisfied with what you have. And that's really the key to happiness. A lot of times people think, oh, if I could just get this title or a little bit more money, or if I could move to this house or buy a certain shirt or whatever. And that's not so much the case. It's about being happy with what you have. And you have a lot from what I can see in this card. Okay. But it's about recognizing that and giving gratitude for that. And then that allows for more things and more blessings to come your way. Okay. Queen of Wands reverse. A lot of fire energy coming up. We had it at the center with the King of Wands. A lot of times when I get two of the same suit and I see one in the center and one in the ego, it can indicate challenges with existing partnerships because sometimes people will come through as the same suit for me. So it'll be like a King and Queen of Pentacles, or in this case, a King and Queen of Wands. And it doesn't matter if it's two women, two men, a man and a woman. It just is showing the partnership information. So what I'm seeing here is that there could be some challenges towards the beginning of the month. And this can also indicate family. So for me, it's like bonds, strong bonds that go past friendship. It would be like blood or marriage usually. So if this is the case for you, just give your loved one some space, some time, and try not to win arguments or push your point of view on them. This is about letting someone else be themselves, talk about themselves, and not needing to project your own truth onto them. Sometimes just listening and saying, okay, that's enough. That's enough. People don't always want you to solve their problems. I know it's hard. Air signs in particular have an innate and a sort of, you're born with the ability to see things clearly and sometimes clearer than someone else. And that frustration or that, it's like, oh, if you could just see it the way I see it, just let it go. That's my advice, okay? We have the Hierophant in reverse, which sort of supports what I was just saying. It's about structures. It's often about people in your life that are very set in their ways. You see this is a cool illustration. A lot of times it's always about a pope or a religious leader. This one is showing a patriarch, or it can be a matriarch for you too, liking to sort of have their place and be respected. And it's about, so in this case, protocol, respect, and paying your dues. So sometimes you face someone who, just because they're older than you, has the right, or because they have more, I can't think of the word at the moment, seniority, that's it. Particularly in the case of politics, of school, of work situations, you just have to go with it. Maybe a teacher isn't right, but they say something and you just have to allow them to speak it's not even their truth, but speak what's on their mind, and one day you won't have to listen to that. And that's sort of the freedom. You don't always have to let them know you're right. Just know you're right and move on. Okay, so in the hopes and fears, we have the Seven of Pentacles. It's reversed. This is all about, there's really a key theme of money and security that's coming through for your sign this month. When I see the Seven of Pentacles, Usually I say congratulations again on getting a handle on this, whether it's understanding where you're standing right now in your financial truth. So sometimes that means you're not where you want. Sometimes it means, wow, I've accomplished so much and I can finally take a deep breath. With the reversal, it's usually showing longing, desire, or regret when it comes to financial situations, ability to pay or meet expectations and debts. So just acknowledge where you're at and don't ruminate or sort of sit too long in that place. It's all about what you do now and moving forward, not about what you did. So if you focus on the now and where you want to be, that's all that matters. And on a soul level, that's all that matters for any of us. We all make mistakes in the past or decisions that we wish we could change. What's important is the integration and the lessons that we garner from those life experiences. So if you are now in a place where you're understanding things so much better, then you're actually ahead, okay? And you've gained more than money could ever buy you. Okay. Four of Cups as your outcome card. This is illustrated wonderfully as well. There's usually a sense of trying to find different words rather than just saying this is about being sometimes dissatisfied with present situation because it's not what you wanted it to be. So maybe you went to college, got out into the job market, and what you studied isn't what you're actually able to do, or you're not yet at the pinnacle of your career where you want to. Maybe you started a family and you didn't realize the work that's required with taking care of the children, or maybe you're retired and this wasn't what you thought of your retirement. You were hoping for more. Well, there's always something that's a blessing, an opportunity, or something that you haven't yet achieved. That's kind of what makes life interesting. What's cool about this, and I've never really paid attention to it, is we see a little skull here, which for me is indicative of transformation, not death. So what this is saying is change, shift, transform your perspective on the situation. There is a new opportunity. It's going to require a change for you, maybe a sacrifice too, because transformation or death requires letting go of something. Once you let go of it, things are going to be better. You're going to have something new come into your life. And all of these things, it's like when you see something in a store window, pick it up, take it home. It's not exactly what you thought it was, but you still have it, and make the most out of whatever situation you have, because you worked hard for it. So if you're retired, congratulations. I'm jealous. You get to do whatever you want with all of your time. And if you have a family, there's so many people out there that wish they could conceive or, be married or whatever. And if you're single, enjoy the freedom. Like there's something positive about any stage of life that you're in. There's always a want, a desire to have something more. I mean, again, I think that's sort of part of human nature. It helps keep us, it gives us a reason to get up every morning. Sometimes it can be frustrating because if there's too many wants and too many needs, then it's basically just fighting for survival. But when you can start to realize, okay, I'm here, this is a good place to be. I want to be here, but I'm going to enjoy this a little bit. Take time to smell the flowers, I guess, is the main sort of information that's coming through for all of this. And it's okay sometimes to just be consistent. I think we're in an overachieving society right now. And it's good to want to improve, but sometimes you have to gain all of the lessons, all of the insight, and that's really what the value comes from your current life situation before you can go to the next level. So integrate and allow a natural sort of evolution to happen. Evolution takes a long time too. So does your soul evolution. That's why I at least truly believe that we come back life after life after life until we've really gathered all the lessons that our soul needs and wants us to have before we move on. Okay, so we went a little existential there. Sorry. Let me get back to practical, and let's look really quickly at what's coming through for health opportunities this month. Self-reflection. So maybe there's a reason I was waxing poetic there and going a little bit deeper. This is a month it's really great for you to focus on your mind. Your mind is affecting your health more than your habits, more than eating, more than other things. So if you can change the way you think, your emotions will shift, and the energy and overall mind, body, spirit's going to get a boon from that, a boost. Okay, let's take a look now at your opportunities, wealth and other opportunities this month. Comes up frequently when I do readings for especially this month. I think another sign had this. Basically, a sense of humor and not taking things so seriously when it comes to money. You notice it's a beautiful green color, which shows, and for me, it indicates growth. So what I would say with this is just smile, have a sense of humor, trust that things are going to be okay, and make the most of what you have again. And that's going to be, you have enough for this month. And if you don't, remember this beautiful Five of Pentacles card, which shows the shelter or the opportunity behind the person. So you just need to reach out or find someone. There is help around the corner if you can't sustain it on your own. You just have to ask for help. So let's look at love. Let me shuffle this real quick. Detach from drama. So this isn't your, again, this really follows through a lot of this information we were looking at here, which is don't try to prove things to other people. Don't try to solve their lives. Listen. And then if you don't feel like talking to someone, don't. Follow your intuition. Detach. Okay. And let's look at the final card, which is Destiny, which is sort of where you're headed over the next few months. And also the reason that we're looking at everything today. Okay, and we have Lu, which is all about skill, and also I believe it's a god of light. At least when I have another deck where basically it's like the third eye, intuition and insight comes through for Lu. But this is about taking up some sort of skill, hobby. It could also be playing a game, because games are skill building. So if you enjoy a certain sort of, whether it's a card game or mahjong or maybe it's Scrabble, something that really keeps your mind busy. Otherwise, learning a language, going to school, taking classes, all of these things are going to be very good for you because your mind wants to improve itself, expand. Okay, so let's do a quick summary. At the center, we had basically encouragement to separate, to do some sort of separate from a situation, I should say. And this could be spending too much time with someone so you need space, or spending too much time at your home or place of residence and you need some space. This is going to allow your mind to expand. I do see some sort of a family or blood bond that could, again, be tested this month. Key to that is to just allow that space to happen. Money issues definitely presenting themselves. I see a general improvement in the long term. Also, a suggestion that you ask for help if you need it. Four of Cups is your overall card, which is saying seek a little bit of perspective beyond what you think is really happening. It's not as bad as you perceive it to be. It's all about having a chance to be grateful and see all the things that are around you, everything that you do have, where other people may not have achieved it. So again, I gave a bunch of examples earlier of you might have something not like it, but realize how many people would, give the right hand to have that. So allow yourself to just have a little bit of gratitude there. Home definitely being a place where you're putting a lot of energy towards the beginning of the month. Self-reflection being the key to physical health this month. The happier you can be, the healthier you will be. So do what you need to release negativity in your life and your emotions. Some of that will involve detaching from family and friend drama. The other part of it will just be having a sense of humor about your financial and maybe your work accomplishments. Just knowing that you have what you want, or you have what you need, and you're always going to want more. So just be patient. All right, that's everything. I hope this was helpful for you. If you ever want to have more of a one-on-one reading, I do offer that. I'll put a link in the corner. There's about a 4 to 6 week waiting unless there's some sort of an expedited offer on there. Also, if you found this useful, please feel free to click the donate button. There's no pressure on that, but it does help, and I am sort of viewer supported here. Otherwise, great way to keep in touch every month is to sign up for my newsletter. I usually send that right after I publish the videos here, so you'll be the first to hear. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, also fantastic ways to keep in touch. So follow me on as many or as few as you feel like. Finally, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to read for you this month and every month. it's with your support and your encouragement that I continue. So keep up those likes, those subscribes, and comments. It really means a lot. Otherwise, have a fantastic start to solstice this month. I hope that it brings about the changes that you need. And again, for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, enjoy summer. You earned it. And I will see you again very shortly in about a month. So take care of yourself. Satnam. Bye-bye.